What's going on, guys? What's going on? I'm Jay the Black. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. Hopefully, y'all have been doing well. Make sure y'all like this video because we're going to talk about what happened between T.I. and his son King. Apparently, they were at a Atlanta Falcons game and they got into it. And King Harris, who I believe is 19, because he graduated high school last year. I believe he's 19. He wants to talk about standing on business, right? With his father, T.I., right? Now, this to me comes as no shock. We've seen how King has continued to act out. And you look at King, and I'm going to get to King and how he is, but let's take a step back real quick. I want to talk about T.I. I remember when I first saw T.I., right? I remember the first music video I saw him on BET. I believe it was 106 in Park. And it was in 2001. First time I ever seen T.I., right? And you never know if these artists are going to still be relevant. You never know if these artists are still going to be around. T.I. has, for whatever you may think of him, has been able to stay relevant for a very long time. Since that initial video back in 2001, when people actually had talent and actually were creative, right? He was a part of that wave of Atlanta artists that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s, right? So you fast forward to years later, T.I. gets a reality show with his family. And you could tell when King was very young, you could tell that he was going to be a problem for T.I. and Tiny. He was going to be a problem, right? Now, I saw where apparently he wasn't even living with T.I. and Tiny when they weren't recording. He was, I believe, living with his grandmother. And when I looked at the video, and we're going to react to the video, he talked to T.I. like T.I. was his stepdaddy. You wouldn't even know T.I. was his daddy by the way that he was talking crazy to him. Now, we're going to react to this clip together so y'all can see exactly what I am talking about.
You capping. You're upset. You're mad. You capping. You capping. I know you. Ain't no mystery about here. I know you though.
I don't know whose child in the background is. I don't know if they're saying stuff to King or whatever. It's crazy, right? But King is saying that he knows him. He knows him, right? Like, it's almost as if King is ready to tell the world what type of person T.I. really is, right? And again, as I said earlier, he's talking to T.I. like T.I. is his stepdaddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And y'all getting into it, look like pushing and shoving a little bit. But seriously, how does it get to the point to where it's like this? I talked about Romeo and the issues he had with his father, but they never got to this point where they're arguing with each other. Now, publicly on social media posts, but in person, you will never see that. Now, you can interpret it however you want to interpret it, but to me, I just think some of them kids don't have respect for T.I. for whatever reason. And I'm going to say him. I'm not going to say the other ones. But I have heard statements from a daughter. Y'all probably seen it too, but it just seemed like for whatever reason, King has this issue with T.I. that people may not know about.
I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and your family, nigga. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
Hey, what is you talking about? Get off me, nigga. Man, get off me, nigga.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Shit you can do with me.
Now, again, when you see that interaction, does it look like T.I. and King are even related to each other? Now, I know fathers and sons get into it think that sometimes we see it and sometimes we don't, right? But we have to look at this from a lens of what's going on here. We know that T.I.'s and Tiny have had, their issues. I've discussed them. But T.I. is upset because he feels like King is embarrassing the family. He feels like King is an embarrassment. Maybe that's why, apparently King was not even living with the family when they weren't recording. If that is true, I could see why King feels the way he feels. Maybe he feels neglected. Maybe he feels like the family doesn't want him. But I don't know, man. He's talking to T.I. like T.I. is, ain't, and again, I'm not putting any rumors out there, but I'm just saying the way he's talking to him like the dude is a stranger almost, or they're not really that close. Brothers talk like this, brothers may get into it, but with a 19-year-old and his dad, he's talking about how he stands on business. What business? Do you pay any bills, sir? Hey, King Harris, do you pay bills?
Capping, nigga. You capping. You capping. You capping. You capping. I know you. You capping. I know you.
Ain't no mystery, man.
I know you though. I know you though. I know you. What's wrong with y'all? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business. Why you even letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting somebody play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? Why you letting him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. What do you mean?
You are embarrassing yourself and the family, nigga. You embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself.
Looked like one of the little ones was right there. I don't know if they was trying to diffuse it, but that's crazy. Adults should be diffusing it. All right? T.I., instead of antagonizing them, should have been diffusing it. Now, maybe in his own way he thought he was. Now, when your kids are grown, maybe you have to talk to them a certain way. But again, this attitude by King has been fostered and has been enabled.
You are embarrassing yourself.
Man, what is you talking about? Get off me, nigga. Man, get off me, nigga.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Shit you can do with me.
Now, again, if you one of these people, King may be one of those people. If you think you grown and you can step to your parent and your parent checks you or has to put hands on you, it is what it is. I'm not going to be upset. A lot of you people are, especially you Gen Zers, because he's a youthful Gen Zer. He's at what, 19, 20-ish, right? They grew up on social media. King Harris grew up on television and he grew up on social media. This is life to him. Social media is life to King Harris. TV was life to him. He doesn't know what it's like to work hard. He doesn't know what it's like to go out there and struggle and grind. He has to listen to his father's stories to understand that. He was never put in that environment. But apparently, I've been told that he was living with his grandmother while they were recording. So we don't know what the dynamic is. He seems like the odd child of all their children. He does. And he looks a lot like Tiny Harris. I mean, he does. But that's not all King Harris had to say. King Harris posted this on his IG. This according to the Shade Room. Says, if I'm a mistake, say that. Stop making the world think you F with me when you don't. Now, that was very telling. What does he mean by that? That he believes he's a mistake. Now, I have some thoughts. I'm not going to vocalize it because I don't want people running with rumors. But I think I might know what he's talking about. Maybe y'all do. Maybe y'all think that, oh, he's just saying things. But when a child feels neglected, when they get older, they hold that in their soul and they never let that go. He says, N-word be faking an image for the internet and it ain't me. And as I told you, I was, told that apparently he was not living with the family full time. Does he believe he's a mistake baby? He looks a lot like Tiny. So why would he post that? Does he feel that he's a mistake baby? Again, he looks a lot like Tiny. Does he feel like he's a mistake baby? Again, he looks a lot like Tiny. But it seems like he has an issue with T.I. that stems beyond this. The boy is very spoiled, but something else is going on here because none of his other children act like this except for King. But you can see even from the reality show when he was younger that there was more, that he was going to become a problem for them. This is another video taken from this Falcons game.
They better respect my people. Y'all better respect my people. We don't do that, Atlanta. That's why he gonna miss. We don't do that, Atlanta. Y'all better respect my people. Y'all better respect my people.
That's why T.I. said that he feels like King was embarrassing the family. This is why, as an adult, T.I., you got to make a choice. You got to make a choice. Either you're going to let him be a man, stop enabling him, because that's what he needs. He needs to live in the real world because he grew up on social media. He grew up on television. He don't know what the real world is. So you're going to have to instill that in King. You're going to have to instill in him what the real world is by letting him go. If King want to be grown, let him be grown. But he feels like you wronged him. And that's why he's acting out. When you see people acting out like this, is because they feel like you've done something to them. You've either neglected them or they feel like you treat them a certain way. In his messages, his IG story messages, it looks like he's trying to say that y'all don't want him around, that y'all feel like he's sort of the black sheep. I'm paraphrasing here. But whatever that is, man, either you can work towards fixing it or you just let him go. Let him go. He want to stand on business. Let him pay his own bills. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'll see y'all next one.